And
He puts the lotion on its skin where it gets the hose again.
I'm going to start it with that. That's how we're starting the episode. Week 2, we're back, baby. After an exciting weekend of football.
Sure. Exciting.
Come on, you're not excited? You guys put the work on the Steelers.
Oh, I mean, in regards to how my team did, of course, I'm happy. And for all those Brock naysayers, I mean, you can kind of shut the mouth now.
Let them know what's up.
I mean, that guy came in, he won, and he continued to win. The only loss he took was when he started and he got injured. So technically, per statistics, I guess you could say,
True.
he takes that out.
Well,
But picked up right back where he left off, throwing 2 touchdowns a game.
did his damn thing.
First rookie, I think they said, or first QB to throw 2 touchdowns every game for his first 6 starts.
It's insane.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Regular season game.
I was going to say, yeah.
Regular season game.
But
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I think he did have 2 all the way up until the Eagles.
I think I know for a
It
fact.
would be 2 every game, I think, up until he got injured with the Eagles. If he would have shot 2 before then he could have counted that one as well, too. But
I think against the Cowboys he only had 1.
possibly.
Because I think he only had 1
I
there.
would steamroll them, too, though.
Yeah.
I'm just playing, but not.
Well, we'll start things off. We're gonna go with position. You want to go by position?
Sure.
All right. We'll start it off with QBs. We're basically just gonna cover like 3 little sections. So it's just gonna be big injuries. So obviously, guys that you're gonna want to set aside, wait until they come back if they're coming back. Sleepers, stash targets, and surprise performers. Guys that you should be happy if you've got. And if they're somehow not drafted or not picked up or haven't been taken off of waivers, maybe get them. Maybe get them. So, you got any guys that...
Man, I feel like I torched the shit out of that. I'm already a little gone. All right, started off first with QBs. We're going to go through if you got them, start them, bench them, or even just get rid of them in general. And one is the first one. It's a major name in the industry. One you would never think you'd ever hear about saying bench or get rid of, but Aaron Rodgers.
God.
I'm sorry, you guys that have him on your roster. Man, first snap of the game too, wasn't
The
it?
fourth play. It was his 4th play as a Jet.
First series, 4th
Yep.
play. Jesus Christ. Well, prayers up to you, Aaron Rodgers.
Dude.
Just praying and hoping for a speedy recovery, healthy one as well, come back. Maybe even sooner than expected. Right now, as it stands, he's out for the season.
Yeah, out for the season. Depending on the rehab, he might be out for 2. Because just depending on how long it's going to take, and obviously him being 40 years old.
Next one on the list. You got him. I personally probably get rid of him. I don't know if I don't want to waste a roster spot for that. Sorry, my guy, but Daniel Jones, you got to get
Daniel Jones. He got his money. We joked last week about Nick Bosa pulling what's his name? The defensive tackle. Anyways, you guys know who I'm talking about. Albert Hainsworth. Daniel Jones pulled the fucking Albert Hainsworth. He got his bank and then got smothered. No, I mean...
Shit the brick.
We can joke as much as we want. I don't think it's truly on Daniel Jones. It's his offensive line. That
true.
line is so bad.
That man should not be getting the ball and looking down at pressure.
I think his snap to pass time was under 2 seconds for the whole game, and it wasn't designed that way. It's not like, but yeah. I mean, regardless of whether it's the O line or him, there is a big issue at hand there, and regardless. That means you got to bench him. You got to bench him or release him, cut him. As far as big surprises, one guy that I obviously had a lot of talent. We talked about him last week, it was still an uncertainty, and obviously he didn't play a great team, because he did play a good team, but I don't think a great defense. Anthony Richardson, he
didn't do too bad.
He was efficient, 24 for 37, 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That wasn't too. It was a little ugly, but you know what you're getting with him. But then in the rushing game,
he's gonna get some rookie mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna get the kinks out.
All in all, he did not do too bad.
Shane Steichen, maybe a quarterback guru, made Jalen Hurts look like an MVP. And this season, Anthony Richardson looked pretty fucking good. 10 rushes for 40 yards and a tutty. So, good for
big
fantasy.
Surprises. Don't get rid of them. If you have them, start them still. Everybody has an off day.
Yep.
We're talking about Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Who else? There's a few of them up there.
The sad part is in
Jalen Hurts is one of them.
Jalen still got his numbers though. He numbers wise he did way better than Joe Burrow and Lamar.
True.
Yeah, but as far as a bounce back, I see him. Obviously, the rain too affected all 3 of those guys. So, Josh Allen, I think was the only one where he didn't have some kind of external factor. It was just the fact that he's playing against.
They had the shelter in place order over there.
No, but the conditions.
I think it was because of a rain or something like that. So the conditions, they started off rough. I don't know if you saw the jerseys, but I think they did get rained on.
Yeah, but I'm
not creating excuses either. 3 interceptions, a fumble loss, 2 fumbles to be exact.
The roughest condition that he played against was that Jets defense. The Jets defense looked. Anyways, we'll get to that when we talk about defenses. Another guy, a bad defense he played against, but he still looked solid. He still looked efficient. Didn't have his true number 1 receiver. Jordan Love, another guy with uncertainty heading into the season. 15 for 27.
He was missing Christian Watson because I know that.
Yeah.
He's on my damn roster.
245 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes. Not bad.
No, he did good.
Yeah.
Actually, I picked him up today as one of my backup QBs.
Yeah. No, honestly. Yeah.
If he's on the roster still, take him.
Again, we're never going to give you advice that we wouldn't take ourselves.
Yeah. Or maybe I would if you're watching this video.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
We released this after our waivers clear so that you guys can't snake
touch
us.
them. Yeah.
No. I think that kind of does it for QBs. Running backs, obviously next. Another group of guys. Bench them. J.K. Dobbins.
Well, yeah, J.K. Dobbins out with a season-ending injury as far as I know.
So
right?
him and Aaron Rodgers both the same injury, Achilles.
Yeah, Achilles. It was Achilles there as well. You're right. If you have him, cut him. Don't even bench him unless it's dynasty. If you're in a dynasty league, and you still have hope and faith in those individuals, by all means, keep them on your roster. Or, because it's still early on, there might be that one person that does. They can use them as trading bait. It's good trade bait.
And a 2-part, a stash 'em guy. He came in, obviously is still having to deal with Gus Edwards, but from the running back committee that we've seen that the Ravens have ran the last 2 years, we know that no position is safe, but I would stash him. Justice Hill. Justice Hill came in, and considering he didn't play the entire game and wasn't even supposed to get really any significant snaps, he did his thing.
True. Saquon Barkley.
Saquon against that defense.
That's going to have to be... I would start him this upcoming week. I would definitely start him this upcoming week. I would see if last week was just holy shit, we got a lot to take care of, and they got it taken care of. I don't see Saquon Barkley being healthy and not putting up numbers. I really don't.
Yeah.
I can see him having an off game or two depending on their line. To be honest, I think those outlying factors or things like that. Those
again, the
outliers.
offensive line, and
it plays a big factor.
I'm not big on the Cowboys defense. I still think they're a little fraudulent. I'm going to treat the Cowboys the way everybody treated the Eagles last year. I got to see them play a real team before I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Cowboys defense is insane.
That Cowboys defense, I'm not going to take it away from them. They took advantage of opportunities that they were given and that were presented to them. Any defense that doesn't do that is a fucking retard. You know what I mean? Nobody in this world would not take full advantage of the opportunities they did last night. So hats off to them for having a great defense.
Yeah.
You know, staying on Sunday night, you know, and
their
doing
thing.
what they did. You know, but like you said, you know,
I wouldn't.
you're
That
playing a team who
performance.
has an overpriced quarterback.
Yeah.
The money you gave that guy, you probably should have gave to that running back.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and franchise tag him. It's kind of like insult to injury right there. You know what I
So,
mean? Like,
that being said,
not only are we not going to pay you the money you
still
most
a team
likely
player,
deserve.
went out and did his thing.
Yeah, true. But
Um,
that could also only last for so long.
Yep.
If his team keeps taking L's and they keep losing the way they did, I feel like he'll do just enough to keep those numbers up, to keep the interest
Yeah. Oh yeah.
as trade stock. But
I
don't
wouldn't-
think he's going to go all 100% out for him.
I wouldn't blame him if that happened.
No, I wouldn't either. You know, you got to keep your body healthy for the people that are willing to pay you, because the minute you get injured, you know, your stock and your value just drops. And then what do you do then?
A little two-parter for bench and stash. I'm going to bench Rachaad White with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It does look like Baker Mayfield he's here to play. They picked up a good win against the Vikings. And we said it last week. Hey, it just depends on what version of Baker are we getting. Are we getting 2019, as soon as he snaps the ball, he's looking at the offensive line, who's going to hit me? Baker, scared Baker? Or are we getting plant the flag, suck it Baker from Oklahoma, you know, like, and we got that Oklahoma do what it takes to win. Didn't look pretty, but he fucking won, Baker. That being said, the rushing game wasn't very efficient from Rachaad White, but as far as stash, because he was efficient and he did do well, he didn't put up insane numbers, but Sean Tucker, rookie guy coming out, I liked him in the preseason. He looked good in the preseason, and I don't think Rachaad White's spot is going to be fully secure.
I don't think so either. No, from what I saw.
Yeah, so Sean Tucker, decent little stash pick.
On a bright note, though, one outstanding player that stood out to me was Vikings running back. Wasn't he Mattinson?
Alexander Madison. We
Madison.
were wondering.
He
had a
put up
touchdown.
some good numbers. He had himself a game. And
Yeah.
also Tyler Algier.
Yeah, Tyler Algier.
Tyler Algier did not do
Playing-
bad at all. He put up 24 fantasy points this weekend.
Playing behind.
And Bijan Robinson came up with a solid 20 himself.
Yeah. So everybody thought
I
it's
believe,
going to
was
be
it 20 or 22?
He put
I know some leagues
our
differ.
league,
They
PPR,
vary.
yeah.
They vary according to how you guys are. Playing
we
according
play
to the
in
point
full
system.
PPR leagues, and then I
Yeah,
have
like my brother believes that we should be losing touchdown points on defense for touchdowns. It's like, yeesh. My guy.
It's
only one touchdown.
But
Híjole que la.
another surprising, again, from NFC North, Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he did well as well too. He put up some solid numbers as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, Aaron Jones has always been a safe bet to have
Yeah.
as a running back. He's one of those running backs. If it auto drafted for you, you wouldn't be upset with that pick. To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I'm finally glad that it seems like the Packers are fully set on making him like their main back and not really working A.J. Dillon. I always hated
I don't like that idea.
I
don't
always
like it
hated
one
them.
bit. I got him on one of my rosters, and he needs to put in more work. Then he use him
Yeah.
for goal line stands again.
Yeah, so he was efficient in the passing game. He got 4 targets, and on those 2 receptions that he made it worth it. 86 yards and a touchdown. So
True.
He did good. Another guy I was uncertain of heading into the season, Breece Hall.
He didn't look bad. He looked good.
He looked very
Still
good.
runs pretty strong.
Yeah, he looked very explosive considering he tore everything.
Dalvin should not get hurt anytime soon.
Yeah, and Dalvin looked good too.
Yeah, he
Considering
did.
they were
Dalvin
both
could look good too, but
effective.
I'm not gonna lie. Breece Hall is right there with them.
Yeah,
And if Breece Hall, he takes that chance. It's Bryce or Breece?
Breece.
It is Breece, right?
Yeah,
So
no,
Breece
they-
Hall, I'm just saying just saying.
They-
Dalvin,
they-
don't get hurt. So
Yeah,
don't get hurt.
and they both
You
put up
could lose that
respectable
spot real
numbers.
quick.
Yeah, they
And
both
be
put
back
up
on that free
respectable
agency
numbers.
trade block. You know what I mean? He could be back up in that market again.
So-
It's terrible to say, you know. I like Dalvin Cook. He's a strong runner. He's a great
Yeah.
runner. But, you know, it's
That shoulder keeps dislocating
yeah.
every season. I drafted him last year. I know.
What is that? Just, you know.
But as far
Same
as
thing with Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, he's suspended. we're hoping
It was a tough game for Jamal Williams, but
yeah,
I feel like he'll pick it up at the
it looked
next game or
tough.
so.
We talked about it last. I mean, again,
The Saints defense did phenomenally pretty good, but
Yeah.
they
Tough
held them.
game.
They held them in there in that game, to be honest.
which, considering that game should have been a bigger blowout than it was, I don't think the Titans are real. But man, shout out to the Saints for finally winning a tough game against not a very good team. I think the Saints also are kind of in the same boat as like the Buccaneers. I think they're gonna. It looks like they want to go pass first, which again, Jamal Williams is not a very efficient receiving back. So I think Alvin
Actually,
Kamara,
I think he put up decent numbers as a receiving back
yeah,
this
in
week.
full PPR leagues though, I think Alvin Kamara would probably be the number one guy there. Wide receivers. A hot take that I made for the season. I said Brandon Ayuk would be the number one over Debo. And god damn did I look right yesterday on Sunday. Brandon Ayuk, 8 for 8, 129 yards, and
fantasy
2
points.
touchdowns. Woo-wee!
I went against somebody who had him 35.40 fantasy points. But
Brandon
no, so Jamal
Ayuk.
Williams was actually 2 for 2.
Okay.
I mean, he only had 7 yards, but 2 for 2.
But yeah, 2 targets. He made the most
Those
of
are
them.
probably swing passes too, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really get to watch that game, so I'm just going based off of the stats and what I'm seeing.
Another wide receiver, Calvin Ridley. Dog. Him
He
and
did it.
Trev. That
It's a good connection
He
right
had
there.
that-
Trevor
yeah.
put up some nice points too.
holy shit. 11 targets, 8 receptions, 101 yards, and a tutty.
Ooh, you know who I want to talk about? We should got to get into that section too. We'll keep it with receivers right now. I can't wait to get the tight ends done.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but receivers, Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison,
Big time.
they
for
put
their
up
teams.
some good numbers for their first debut as a,
Yeah.
first real professional game.
And Lamar did not have a good passing game.
And Zay Flowers put up, 16, I think it was?
put up, like,
17?
16, 17 points. He's still.
And then
leading
Jordan
the team.
Addison had 16 himself.
A nice little 36-yard touchdown right over the middle,
Yeah,
right up the seam.
I'm just saying, like, don't sleep on those players. Those players
No.
are doing pretty damn well. You know, these rookies are coming in better and better. I remember back in back in the day when I was younger. Sounds funny to say that now, I guess. But back when I was younger, it really was a hit or miss coming into the NFL. Believe it or not, you had a lot more bust players back then
Yeah.
than you do now. I feel like the talent that's coming into the league now is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I feel like these colleges are getting it,
A lot
and they
more.
are really taking it serious, training these kids up, not just to win for their school, but
For their teams.
for
they
their
get- make it to the
teams.
league.
You got to think, like, that's got to be some type of an aspect when it comes to recruiting, like, for football players. How many guys go to the league
Yeah.
from this school a year?
Well, I will say
You
this.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Jordan Addison, USC. USC, for some reason, knows how to make receivers.
oh, yeah.
They know how
do.
to make
Steve
receivers. So,
Smith, Juju,
another guy that looked...
Amon Ra,
Yeah, right.
Jordan Addison.
Another guy that looked good this weekend, same team, Zay Jones. Zay Jones looked pretty good.
Yeah, I have him on my roster. He actually
Yeah.
did me some justice. He was looking kind of slow in the beginning, honestly, for a good majority of the game. I was like, oh, well, this is going to suck.
He was going in like 14th,
and then
15th
he
round.
just popped off out of nowhere.
Yeah,
he popped off out of nowhere.
he was going late rounds in a lot of boards, but
Probably doesn't help that, Calvin Ridley's over there now, too, so.
and Christian Kirk is still there.
Yeah.
Everybody thought Christian Kirk was going to be the number one guy, but it seems like they did move him to the slot.
They
Calvin's
really-
going to be your main outside guy, and
Oh,
Zay
yeah.
is going to play
That
as
should have been
opposite.
known.
So
That should have been known. I mean, how can you sit there and
big sleeper, and I picked him up. I didn't start him like an idiot. He stayed on my bench, but I actually picked him up. Puka Nakua with the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, yeah, he stepped
Holy
in for Cooper
hell.
Kupp.
Similar profile to
Did
Cooper.
really well, too, from what I heard.
Yeah.
And from what I saw in the highlights.
He
I was
put up,
like, oh,
like,
man.
In PPR leagues.
Could be
he
make for an
was
interesting game
like
this year.
top 15. He was like top 15 in the wide
Yeah,
receivers.
we have those guys next week or this
So-
upcoming weekend.
Romeo Dobbs as the number one with Christian Watson out looked very good. Obviously, you're not going to be getting Romeo Dobbs off of waivers unless it's a very very shallow, small 8-man, 6-man league. But yeah, Romeo Dobbs looked good. I think even with Christian Watson there, that connection is there. He looked very good.
Yeah, that's true.
Injuries. Deontay Johnson, hamstring. That's going to be a couple weeks.
DJ Moore, too, I think is out now.
Fuck. Yeah.
Didn't he go out?
I think so. I think he's listed as questionable, not fully out, though. But, yeah.
Man, I know there's a few out there that even Christian Watson right now is still questionable. I know because I have him on my roster.
Well, and it's the same thing. It's the hamstring. So, and it's been bugging him since preseason. Obviously, Cooper's still on IR. I would try to trade his ass, if I'm being honest.
Who?
Cooper
Amari
Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Amari Cooper, all things considered, did all right with the Browns. I mean, he didn't pop off, but
It
was raining. Neither team was passing the ball very efficiently or very well.
But the Browns got Nick Chubb.
Nicholas Chubbington went off.
That guy. He's a wonder.
Tight ends.
Hey.
You said you had one. I want to hear it.
The one that really went off, honestly, that had a decent game was Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta did good.
The Detroit Lions.
Sam Laporta did good.
I had him on my roster, and I benched him. I had Goddard, who didn't do absolutely anything for me.
Yeah, I think he was tight end.
Sam Laporta sat on my bench and racked up like 9 points, 9 points, which is not bad for a tight end starting debut like that.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was like 12.
It was upsetting.
I think he was like 12. My pick for like crazy, unexpected, 2 guys. Hayden Hurst, he looked like the number 1 receiver.
He put up
as a tight end. He was the wide receiver.
He put up a good amount of points for me on another league.
He was the tight end 2 this week, behind. I can't remember, but tight end 2. He looked very good. He showed promise in Cincy last season when T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd were out, and he ended up having to step in as the second target behind Jamar. He looked good. He looked legit. 7 targets, 5 receptions, 41 yards. So it was
he put up 20 fantasy points for me in one of my leagues.
And he got a touchdown. So that was huge.
I think he got the only touchdown.
Yeah. Another guy.
There was a lot of low scoring games, and there was a lot of
weird games
too.
A lot of weird games this week. I think the weather affected it, getting that weird early September weather.
No clue what affected it.
But yeah. Another guy, Logan Thomas. He didn't, again, just like Sean Tucker and these other guys, didn't pop off, didn't go insane. But considering that tight ends, he still was respectable. 8 targets. And you have to remember, this is a team that has Scary Terry, Curtis Samuel, who did well, and Jahan Dotson. So they've got 3 solid receivers. And as the tight end who hasn't been fantasy relevant since 2020, the COVID season, he looked solid. 8 targets, 4 receptions, 43 yards. That I was surprised. And the Arizona, they played the Arizona Cardinals, but the Arizona Cardinals defense actually finished, I think, 5th. They were like the 5th ranked defense this week. Insane.
49ers are ranked number 1 team.
Yeah.
Across the board right now.
No. In terms of points, it was the Cowboys.
No. I'm not talking fantasy. I'm talking about real life.
In real life, yeah. It was the Cowboys.
No. Look it up. There's actually a news article, and they put like all the different, like ESPN.
Power
rankings. Sorry.
Yeah.
Power ranking. Yeah, we were number 1. I was like, hell yeah, let's keep it going.
As far as bigger injuries, Greg Dulcich, tight end for the Denver Broncos.
Oh, he's out for the next 6 weeks.
He's out. He's going to be out. But Troutman. So, again, another little 2-parter, like Justice Hill and J.K. Dobbins. Dulcich is out. Troutman's in, and he did well.
He didn't do bad.
Yeah,
he didn't do bad. He picked up.
He put up Sam Laporta numbers. So, I mean, that's saying a lot.
With sharing touches. Sharing touches.
He's having to deal with Cortland Sutton. Jerry Jeudy's going to be coming back soon. Hopefully, if you drafted him stupidly in the 4th or 5th round. But yeah, I think Troutman is a guy that you might want to look at in your waivers because he's going to be available because everybody was picking up Dulcich and honestly nobody really wanted to touch any Denver Broncos passing game not named Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm debating that Mims.
Yeah, and Marvin Mims, I think is a stash guy. I think as he gets more integrated in the offense, I think he's gonna step up.
I don't know. I hope so.
Yeah, little Michael will look good too.
Little Jordan.
Or little Jordan, yeah.
Little Jordan.
Yeah.
Little Jordan Humphreys is that what it is?
Humphreys.
Yeah.
Yep.
He looked good. Actually, he got more snaps and touches than Mims.
Yeah.
He took third most outside of
So-
Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, I think it was.
No, Jerry Jeudy's out, and Javonte.
So then who was the other way?
It was Troutman.
Yeah, I think
Tight
so.
end.
No, I was talking about receivers.
Oh, receivers. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Kickers.
they had it.
We're getting
Jake
deep here.
Moody
I was gonna say, dude,
had
the
a rough
rookie,
preseason, but he put up 14 fantasy points.
He had a lot of
He had
chances.
some leg.
He went perfect. He didn't have to kick any 50-yarders, but that's a testament to number one, the Steelers' defense being poo-poo caca, and the 49ers' offense being efficient and being good.
It's because of Brock Purdy.
3 for 3 on his extra points and 3 for 3 on his field goals. So that
I
was
said he put up 14 for me.
solid.
He did amazing.
Another guy that did very well, and I don't know how. I thought he was still with the Patriots. He's with the fucking Titans. Nick Folk. Why did he finish top 10 the last 2 seasons?
Oh,
New
yeah.
England. What the fuck were you thinking? They let him go. He hit a 50-yarder. He
They
went
still
5
have
for
Hunter
5.
Henry over there, don't they?
Hunter Henry. And he did well as well. A lot of tight ends. Daniel Parham with the Chargers. I thought it was going to be Gerald Everett was going to be the top dog in that tight
Yeah,
end
no,
room.
Parham took over a majority of that. I think he got
Yeah.
up 9 points, 9
Yeah.
fantasy points.
But, dude, Nick Folk, 5 for 5 on field goals. 3 of those came within 35 yards, I think. But you still got to hit them. We've seen guys miss from shorter. I'm talking to you, Brett Maher. I'm talking to you. But, yeah, Nick Folk looked good. He looked good with the Titans. And here's the thing. He's going to be getting a lot of chances. After we saw how that team did, we are never going to get 2019 Ryan Tannehill back. We're getting the Ryan Tannehill.
Does that mean there could be an early start for the Will Levi?
Will Levis and Malik Hooker are not, or was it? Is it Malik Hooker? No, I can't remember his name. I can't even remember his name. He's that irrelevant. No offense. They can't take his job.
Yeah, the kid from Tennessee.
Yeah, Malik Willis, right?
Something like that.
Anyways, he can't get the starting job, or else he'd be starting. So obviously, they're not seeing enough from them in practices and preseason.
But Will Levi looks like
at all.
they look like they want to go with Will Levi.
I
I
think
think
Will
they're
Levis
just
is
waiting out Tannehill's contract, being smart,
Yeah,
letting Will Levi
So-
adjust into the NFL, adjust into their offense.
yeah. He
study
wasn't
behind Tannehill. You can still learn something, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he's pro ready. I think he's a bigger project than Anthony Richardson, and Anthony Richardson did well, but yeah. So next, defenses.
Niners,
Niners defense did well. They did very well.
Cowboys, but again,
I would.
I'm not gonna say don't start them. Start them. They look
Start 'em.
strong. They look like they will take advantage of a weak
Yeah.
offense when chance they can't.
Yep.
And that's always good to have. You never know when they're gonna pop off for that week. But
Free
Niners
picks.
defense, Jets defense,
New York Jets. Holy shit.
Saints defense. Right now, Cowboys, Niners, Jets, Saints. I could say you're in the top 5.
Yeah. Team that people were
I
drafting
don't know
high.
who got number 5.
Number 5, the team on my list, the Arizona fucking Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
They overperformed against a team that people were high on heading into this year. 1 pick, a touchdown, 2 forced fumbles, and 6 sacks.
I don't know, man. I could make an argument about that. We could talk about the Broncos, and we could talk about the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Raiders defense did pretty damn good.
Yeah. A lot
They
of
held
teams,
they held the offense in there that honestly was going in and out a little bit too much.
Another team that did well, the Browns, the Cleveland Browns defense. Granted, like we said, there was weird weather conditions. Joe Burrow looked like he had just gotten paid $255 million. Like, but all that considered,
fucking Richie Rich, man.
They did their fucking thing. They went out and they performed.
Money.
They showed up and showed out. I would look to do that. A team that underperformed that I thought was going to be good. I even fucking picked them up off of waivers to start them because I did not prioritize defenses in an 18-team league stupidly. Seattle Seahawks. They look bad. I don't know if that's a testament to the Rams offense looking good, even though they didn't have Cooper Kupp, or the Seattle Seahawks defense being poo-poo caca. So,
shite.
Yeah, it was fucking
Good
bad.
thing I don't have either one of them on my fantasy roster.
So, yeah, I dropped them.
I feel safe today, Ted.
I'm dropping them. Jaguars defense looked good.
Yeah, they looked like they could hold you in. They'd be a nice little bye week.
Pick them up.
Pick them up
if they're not drafted, and if you've got them, hold them.
Okay, so, one of my key things to take away from fantasy is, like, pay attention. Pay attention to who's popping off. If you feel like, you know what, you already had belief in that guy, you're just kind of playing it cautiously, but then they pop off on the first game like that, pick them up.
Pick them up.
Pick them up immediately. Because most times that gut feeling you had, it's right.
Yep.
It really is right. I mean, I've won 2 championships in 2 different leagues so far. This guy walked away with the championship in one of our other leagues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say I'm a professional at this, but I do watch football. I do enjoy the sport so much that I do watch outside just my favorite team.
I will say
and having fantasy football now to do it with makes it that much more exciting to watch. You know, you get a little bit more into the game now because you're invested financially.
Yeah.
You know?
And you are too.
You are and you guys are as well too, you know? You have an investment into this, you know, financially. You had to give up 20 or 50. Some leagues I've even paid up to like 120.
Yep.
You know, and it was a 12-man league, and it was like, I think actually it was a 16 to be honest with you.
Last season? Or
No, it's with the different league I was with last season, and still this season. We actually converted to Dynasty this year.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so.
And I was fortunate enough to pick up Josh Allen as my Dynasty QB, so.
Yeah, so I mean,
he had a bad game last week. I had so many people hit me up trying to get me to sell. I was like, dude, he had one bad game.
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves one in like the 7 years he's been playing, you know?
One bad game against a very good defense. Good defense. The Jets defense is legit.
Look promising, you know? And another thing with the Jets, you know? If you don't have him, nobody's picked him up, pick up Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
He's not a bad third option.
He's going to be on waivers.
He's not a bad third option.
He looked efficient.
You know, having 2 QBs on your roster is okay, but if you have room somewhere and you're willing to make a sacrifice, you know, on a different position, I'm not saying make it a good sacrifice. You know,
convince your commissioners
you
to
could
open up
comfortably
more
see him
bench
go away.
spots.
He's not a bad third-string running back, just God forbid, in case somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This season, as we just saw, you know, Aaron Rodgers right off the bat.
Nothing is predictable.
Yeah.
It's an unpredictable sport. You've got 200 to 300-pound dudes throwing themselves against each other.
These fuckers can travel at like a 4.5 40 at that weight. Some of these linemen, they run that fast, man. They could run a 4.5 or a 4.5 40
Speaking of,
massive dudes too,
buddy. If you're anywhere near a bookie, DraftKings, sportsbooks, Vegas, bet the house. I'm guaranteeing you will not lose money. Okay, I can't actually say that, but
it's a strong stance to take. It's a strong stance to take.
How fucking scary did Eagles rookie Jalen Carter look? Defensive tackle. He wreaked fucking havoc.
Yeah.
He wreaked havoc. He looked fucking terrifying.
Who'd you guys play again?
The New England Patriots.
Yeah. The line has fallen off a little over the years. Not bad, though. Not a bad line.
It is what it is. Again, they look shaky. Start that fucking defense. Start the Eagles defense.
I don't know, man.
We're playing Kirk Cousins in prime time.
I feel like Javon Hargrave with the Niners can make a strong stance for some type of player of the year.
Oh man,
He had two.
he looked good.
No, he had a good number of sacks this game. I think he had 3 sacks. Javon Hargrave. Let me look it up.
Defensive rookie of the year. Jalen
amazing.
Carter. I'm calling it right now. The odds are fucking insane. Bet the money on the house. Bet the house on him. Fucking do it. Go out and do it. I'm not just saying this because I'm a delusional Birds fan. I'm fucking telling you because I believe it. I'm gonna go bet the house. By bet the house, I mean
I wouldn't go that far. It's
by that I mean like
a little
$10.
dangerous.
Nah, if you've got a little extra bit to spare, fucking drop a little $20 on Jalen Carter. It's a decently safe bet. Unless he gets injured. Comeback player of the year. Jordan Davis looked fucking good. Jordan Davis, I was scared. He lost a little weight, but that was good. He looked more athletic. Yeah. All that aside, another guy, if you're in Dynasty, I would pick up Roshan Johnson with the Chicago Bears. He had a touchdown, so that boosted his numbers. He's playing behind Khalil Herbert. But again, he was involved. A lot more involved than I think a lot of people anticipated. And he looked good. Rookie out of Texas. Obviously, everybody was looking at fucking Bijan. But, dude, this guy looks good. He looks very good. I'd pick him up. I think he's going to be effective this season and years to come.
Yeah, had 1 sack.
Still good. That's 1 for 1. You got to get one.
One sack and 1 assist.
Hey, he's on pace for 16. Right?
Yeah.
Or 17.
17.
Yeah, he's on pace for 17, so.
Could have sworn he had more.
It's probably just
Javon Hargrave good. I think that speaks for itself.
Jesus. Javon Hargrave is good. He did great for us last year. And it's not just because we had a solid defensive scheme. Because we let our coordinator walk.
He had 3 tackles, 1 sack.
Money.
Man, I believe those were all tackles for loss, too.
Yep.
Like he would hit the running back or something like that.
So out of football-related news, this episode is actually going to be getting released along with Week 1. I was heavily abused as a child, and so I've been left with permanent brain damage. So I wasn't able to edit the first episode in time. No, all of that is fake. I grew up in a loving home with both parents. But I do still have permanent brain damage. And I was not able to edit the first episode in time. It's going to be released at the same time as this one. But from here on out, they should be coming out before Thursday Night Football every week. Except for...
I agree.
Yeah, there will be 1 week that they won't, that I know guaranteed. And we'll probably have to do like a remote thing. We'll work out the kinks until then. But Philly, baby. I'm going to be watching Monday Night Football in Philadelphia. I'm going to be there
you
Christmas.
Better find a way to do that shit where we can video
we'll
talk to each other.
We'll like FaceTime and just record it or like do a Discord call or something. But that's for the future. Stay tuned for that.
There's ways they do it on there on YouTube. You got to call one of them guys. We'll have it figured out by then. I promise that. Maybe we'll have the area upgraded as well too. Who knows?
Yep.
Everything is possible.
If you're into the sports books, I'm sure the odds are up there, but Philadelphia Eagles looking shaky. That might have lowered the spread. Fucking the Eagles are gonna cover, baby. The Vikings, we're playing Kirk in primetime.
Niners would be a solid. If you have about $500 lying around that you could throw down, go bet on the Niners to go to the Super Bowl. Possibly even take it. It's not a bad bet. It's solid. The defense showed out. They look like a fucking solid team in and out all the way around.
They made the Steelers look like poo-poo caca.
Yeah.
And the Steelers, remember how big everyone was on the Steelers heading out of the preseason? Like, oh, the fucking Steelers look legit.
Coach, Mike Tomlin, he freaking said it himself. He goes, we got kicked in the teeth. And that was not a lie. They got fucking mule kicked, bro. That's a mule kick. Not saying that to talk shit. I mean, a game is a game.
Oh, no, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Shout out to TJ Watt. He had a hell of a game considering. You know, he himself performed as a
He's only-
defensive player, but he
he's
was
only
single-handedly
one man.
holding that defense down.
I mean, Minka Fitzpatrick can only cover so much of the fucking field. So
Yeah, I just feel like they don't have T.J. Watt. God forbid he was hurt, or with a different team they decided to trade him, which I don't think they would ever do that.
no, they paid him too much.
Yeah,
He's selling too many fucking.
so it had to
merch.
be an injury. But imagine if he wasn't there, that scoreboard could have been really high, really quickly.
Yeah, there wouldn't have
I'm
been.
not
as
gonna
much
lie.
pressure. He's the only
Nobody
one
else
causing
was
pressure.
really getting pressure like that besides him.
So,
You know, if I'm missing out on anybody, please comment in there and let me know. I mean, you could be a Steelers fan and tell me. I'm pretty sure you were paying attention.
Yep.
I just
Outside of NFL related news, Colorado 2-0. Colorado 2-0.
my Trojans are 3-0, baby. We've been putting up 50 plus on every team we played. So
Cal Berkeley. I'll be there for the October game. I'm gonna start warming my arm up. Worst case, I'm gonna be in the second row. I'll be close to the field. I'll be ready to play by game time. In case his ass isn't ready to play, because he did not look ready
if that
against Auburn.
happens, those books, bro, bet everything you could ever own in your life. You sell your children.
I'm going insane. I'm going like 2 for
You
17.
get the living shit smacked out of them.
I'm going like 2
Fucking
2 for 17.
graveyarded in the first fucking play. Some dude's just gonna palm his helmet and spike him into the ground, dude. Like,
Oh, actually, fucking predictions of the week. Look, again, I've won a championship. This guy's won 2 championships. We know what the fuck we're talking about. We called the Browns to fucking cover and beat the Bengals. I thought it was gonna be close.
we did
They
call it
fucking
as the upset of the
stomped
week.
them.
I believe we did. I gotta look at the video footage again, but I'm pretty
We
positive
for
we
sure
did.
both did. And then I even said,
I
I'm
think we were
like,
talking about like outlandish
yeah.
ones, which I think the Jets. We even said Jets take the Bills, and that actually happened. And we were like,
We had
whoa,
no
like
clue.
that was like, oh fuck, that was a kick to the teeth.
The fucking NFL
And then-
script writers were going nuts.
But the most realistic one, I think we both agreed on, would be the Browns take the Bengals.
Yeah.
We for some reason we were saying, you know, like that would be the most realistic upset that people could see happening, you know, and that's exactly what happened,
Dude.
man. That's exactly what happened.
Crazier one.
You know, Deshaun Watson did not perform very well, but the plays he did make, I guess he made them count.
I made a joke about an offhanded remark. I was like, I think Kenny Pickett goes off 10 for 27, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He fucking went like 56% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Holy hell. Fucking don't.
Yeah,
do
I
it.
remember laughing at that when you said that. I was like, the fuck? I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds realistic.
We said if Baker
Gonna get his
is
ass
real
smacked.
Baker, he has a chance against the Vikings. Vikings fucking lost. They gave it up in clutch time. Kirk Cousins' game breaker bar ran out in the 4th quarter. So
What teams? Let me see.
this
Let's
week
call this week. Let's see what upset of the week might be.
we'll do a quick look and
We'll
we're
do
gonna
that
call the upset.
of the week.
If you're betting, and you
If
were
you're
a
betting.
smart man, the Arizona Cardinals. I
Upset
brought
of
it
the
up
week.
last
If you have
week.
like $40 lying around somewhere, and you want to pull a fucking upset,
Fucking
Ooh.
last week we mentioned.
I don't know,
the
man. There could be a
over-under
few.
for the Arizona Cardinals
Make it a
is
small parlay.
3.5 games. I think they can fucking win more than that. They look decent against the Commanders. I have a feeling.
Wait. Hold on, let's go down the list here. All right, we got Vikings, Eagles. That could be realistic. Ravens, Bengals. That could go either way. Seahawks, Lions can go either way. Colts, Texans.
Texans ain't doing shit. CJ Stroud looked like hot garbage. Him and Bryce Young both
The
ass.
brutalities.
Ass.
Bears, Bucks,
Bucks
Chiefs
take
and
that.
Jaguars. Ooh.
I could see if
I can see the Jags
if
pulling
the-
it over the Chiefs, to be real
If
with
the
you.
Jaguars play the way that they did in the first few quarters, they win that game. If they don't run out of steam like they did against the Colts and that defense doesn't start slipping, I think they could actually pull that off. So like last week we said, believable one, not 100%, like the Browns Bengals. I think I'm agree with him. I think Jags over Chiefs.
You know what I think we should do? think me and you should go down the line and call the games. And whoever calls the most right.
Whoever calls the most right.
Gotta pay up.
Fuck me. I'm down.
Gotta pay up.
I'm down to do a pick'em.
We'll do a $10 spot every round.
I'm down to do a pick'em.
$10 spot.
I'll write them
Write
here.
it down.
Yep.
And we'll review this again next week. Let's go through this, man. We should have started this on week 1. That'd have been cool.
Damn.
It's a tradition from here on out. $10 spot.
We're doing pick'ems.
Gotta
Live
pay
content. Live
I'm
new
gonna be a
content.
rich man.
Just for you.
All right, Vikings, Eagles.
I got my birds.
Ooh.
I got my birds.
I would hope you'd have your birds. Man. I don't know, man. That's a hard one because
I don't think it's gonna be as bad as last season in primetime on Monday Night Football, like a 24/7 game. But I do see this one being.
I'm going to go with the Vikings on that one. I'm sorry, but I feel like Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins are going to make up for last week not being able to pass that ball.
I think
I really feel like they're going to come up with that.
I think the Eagles win this like they did similar scores.
If they do win, it's going to be a very tight game.
Yeah, like 24-21.
Something
I
crazy.
see it.
Honestly, I could see it being a 16-19 game.
As an objective fan, I say 20, like a 3-point game, either way, basically.
Yeah.
I could see it either way. I'll say
Right.
that.
Ravens, Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Daddy's going to come back and
Yeah,
shut some people up.
Look, I have personal investment.
And they're at their home game, so
personal investment in this.
yeah, that's his starting QB. All right, Seahawks and Lions. I think the Lions take that one, to be honest with you.
Where are they playing?
At Detroit.
Yeah, Lions get that.
I mean, the Seahawks just took a tough loss to the Rams. I mean, who knows? Rams could be a good team this season.
That was a shootout
again.
last year. Remember last year?
It was.
That was an overtime thriller. Tyler
All
Lockett
right,
put
next
like
one.
30
Colts and Texans.
Colts are taking
Colts.
that easy.
Yeah, I could even bat an eye on that one.
There's no need to deliberate.
All right, Bears and Buccaneers.
I got the Bucks.
Ooh, I'm personally invested in this with Khalil
Give me
Herbert
Baker
too.
Mayfield.
But I also
baby.
am with Troy Palmer. Ooh. They're playing in Tampa Bay.
They're playing
That's
in
in
Tampa.
Florida. They didn't just get hit with the hurricane again.
At home, I see the.
I don't know, man. I think at that point it comes down to who's got the better run game, and the Bears don't look bad as a run game.
At Raymond James, I could see the Bucks probably pulling off a 20-17. 17.
I'm gonna go with the
14
Bears on that one.
You got the Bears? All right.
I'm gonna go with the Bears on that one. Chiefs and Jags. Yeesh.
Damn.
Man.
I'm gonna show you how much I believe in my fucking picks. Give me the Jaguars.
I don't know because I'm leaning that way too.
Give me the Jaguars. Hot take. Chiefs start 2-0. Kelsey isn't ready by next week because Andy Reid plays it safe.
Chiefs start 2-0. You mean
0-2.
0-2?
0-2. Chiefs start 0-2. Travis Kelsey still ain't back, and Kadarius Toney tops last week and drops 5 passes this time.
Fuck no. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is gonna come back on that one. I feel like he's gonna carry the team a little more this one.
That's fair.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one because both teams showed out pretty decent this last weekend. Packers and Falcons.
Ooh.
Man, and I'm invested in this with a lot.
Where are they playing?
Atlanta. I'm going to go with the Falcons on this one. I feel like Bijan and Tyler Algier are going to do it again. But who do they have as receivers? Drake London, Kyle Pitts, tight end.
Desmond Ridder had one more catch than Drake London this week. Their quarterback. Dude, Atlanta passing game, sell, bench, release. I got the Packers. I got Romeo Doubs going.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers on that one. Too.
I got Romeo Doubs going 7 targets, 4 receptions.
I feel like it's going to be the running back game again.
90 yards and a touchdown.
Put me down for the Packers on that one. The Packers. Raiders and Bills. Raiders are getting fucked up. Josh Allen is going to go the fuck off. Give me the Bills. No, Josh Allen, mark my words. If he doesn't I don't know, man.
This might
I'm gonna
be the-
depressed because he's on my fantasy on 3 of my leagues.
This might be the Aiden O'Connell game.
I'm in 5 leagues, by the way, and I believe in 3 or 4 of them, he's my starting.
I'll tell you what, the Raiders are a ticking time bomb. They're just waiting for Jimmy G's body to explode so that Aiden O'Connell can step up and throw for 4 touchdowns every fucking week.
Yeah, anyway,
No.
so I'm going with the Bills.
I got the Bills as well. James Cook looked very good. He looked very
And not
comfortable.
just that, but I feel like Josh Allen's going to come back with a fucking vengeance on this
Stephon
especially
Diggs
after what happened
still
last
went
weekend.
fucking insane. And the Raiders
And they're
defense
playing in
isn't as
Buffalo.
good. Yeah.
Didn't they play in Buffalo this last weekend?
No. It was the second
No, they were in
worst
New York. They were the
tragedy
Jets.
to happen in New York. Jet-related tragedy to happen in New York on 9/11.
That's fucked up.
Well, I guess
Son of a
there
bitch.
was 2 planes, so technically it's the 3rd worst jet-related
Yeah, I guess,
tragedy.
you motherfucker. Anyways, I'm going with the Bills.
I got the Bills. All jokes aside, Raiders' defense isn't as good as the Jets' defense. They're not going to hold Josh Allen
I
to
don't think so either.
fucking 17
No
points.
offense to all you Raider fans. Sure offense. You guys suck. The only reason you're going to start winning now is because my boy Jimmy's over there.
It is.
Hey,
What
he
it
showed he
is.
can win games still. He can control that game. Chargers, Titans. Oh, the Chargers on that.
Who'd have? Yeah, dude. That's just like the Colts and the Texans. It's the Chargers. Bolts up.
Here we
Bolts
go,
up.
baby. Niners and Rams.
Rams looked great. The offense was explosive. The defense, not as much. Puka Nacua went off. Matthew Stafford looked like he was slowly reverting back to his 2021 form.
I'm going
So,
with the Niners. We're
all
going
of
to
that
smash
said-
that ass again.
All of that said, I mean, really look at Cam Akers' production. Kyron Williams looked really good out of the backfield as well. So I'm going to go with the surprise pick here. I've got the Rams losing like 40-27. If that. So, yeah, dude. 49ers.
Niners, baby.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all that bullshit aside, they played the Seahawks.
The fucking Rams have been owned by the 49ers for the last like 3 years.
Yeah,
So
let's
it's been
knock on
really
wood
bad.
and find that. He's talking too much now.
Yeah.
All right, Giants and Cardinals. Cardinals.
Yeah.
No, actually,
No, Giants, where are they playing?
in Arizona,
Dude,
in a dome.
Yeah, I got the cards.
Really?
I got the cards.
Oh, I'm probably gonna regret this.
We just saw what.
Yeah,
they
but I'm
did.
probably gonna regret this. Give me the Giants.
You want the Giants?
I feel like the Giants. I don't know if they'll win, but they're definitely gonna play a lot better than
Yeah.
last weekend.
So-
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Jets or Cowboys?
Jets, Cowboys. Give me the Jets. Hey, the Jets defense is the more real of the two. Unfortunately, the Jets offense isn't as good. Damn, that's tough.
I don't know how Zach Wilson's gonna handle that pressure.
What time are they playing?
They're a better defense for
is it
sure.
is it a marquee game or is it just a? And where are they playing?
in Dallas,
In Dallas at what time?
125
Okay, it's a noon game or evening game.
afternoon. Oh no, they're only like an hour, 2 hours ahead of us.
Yeah. So
So it's still an afternoon game, just late afternoon.
damn, I hate to say it. Yeah, I got the Cowboys.
I don't know, man.
I got the Cowboys.
I'm not
I-
saying it because their defense is that good. I'm just saying it because
I just think the Jets.
I don't think
offense
Zach
isn't
Wilson
as
can
good.
handle that defense.
Yeah.
Like he showed promise against the Bills, but there was still some shakiness there.
Yeah.
I feel like the Cowboys are going to bring a lot more pressure.
Yeah. Micah Parsons is gonna eat. Trayvon Diggs.
Put me down for the Cowboys too.
I've
I'm sorry.
been a huge like.
I mean, it would be cool if I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah, same. I've got again personal investment in that game. So.
Commanders and Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos on that one. Russell Wilson did not look bad.
We
He
fucking
looked like he's got his little groove coming back again.
we fucking in the commies bed tonight, baby. I got the Commanders. I got Sam Howitzer going insane.
I don't know. They're
It's-
playing in Denver.
It's gonna be a matter of which quarterback is less shit, and I think
Russell Wilson's going to be the better quarterback regardless. What are you talking about? He
damn.
did good this last weekend. I don't think he had any interceptions.
He looked human at times.
He looked human. I mean, who the fuck doesn't?
Yeah,
But
he
let me
looked
see.
he
Hold on, I'll
looked
tell you
like
right now.
2022 Russ for a little bit of that game. Just for the sake of differentiation and stuff, I do have the
Nah,
comments.
he did good. 27 for 34, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Against who?
The Raiders. They don't have a bad defense. They're not the best, but they're not the worst either. You know, I give credit where credit's due.
So you got the Broncos. You
I
going
got
to
Broncos.
Broncos country?
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Oh my
I
god.
fucking love that shit.
Oh my god.
All right, Sunday night, Dolphins and Pats.
Dolphins, Pats? Come on, dude.
Ooh.
Come
I'm gonna go with the
on.
Dolphins on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Go my boys, the Fins.
Yeah, there's no.
Saints and Panthers. Actually, it's a doubleheader for this Monday night.
For Monday night? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for this upcoming Monday night games. It's Saints and Panthers and Browns and Steelers. One starts at 4:15, the other one starts at 5:15. That would be Pacific Coast time, guys, by the way, here in California. Yeah, I know.
I've got the Saints over the Panthers. Bryce Young just
Yeah.
looks like shit.
I got the Saints, too. That defense was solid last weekend. And against
Yeah.
the Panthers, I don't think they're going to do it.
So,
Browns and Steelers.
I got the Browns, baby.
I don't know. They're in Steelers Stadium again.
Fuck the Steelers. Kenny Pickett is not good.
I'm going to go with the Steelers on that one.
And he doesn't have Deontay Johnson.
But he has Kenny Pickens, right?
Yeah, he has George Pickens.
George Pickens. There you go. I'm sorry. Why did I say Kenny Pickens?
So you're going with Steelers?
He's got George Pickens. He's got Pat Freiermuth.
You going for Steelers?
He's got Najee Harris.
Is he pulling?
I don't think the
Is he-
Browns' defense is as good as the Niners' defense.
That's fair.
I feel like Najee Harris would be able to run against them pretty solid.
Najee Harris. Actually, I'm making another running back call. Bench his ass. Najee Harris should not have been going in as high as he was.
I don't know. Najee Harris, I feel like he's going to go off against Cleveland, to be honest with you.
I hope not.
I feel like he might
You
get
got-
a touchdown, even a possible. I know he's going to
You
get a
got-
touchdown this game, and he might even have a
So
possible
you got the
second.
Steelers?
I got the Steelers on this
You got the Steelers? All right. Tiebreaker. We got to go with the second Monday night game for tiebreaker. I've got the
There
Browns.
is no tiebreaker. We have enough to not be a tiebreaker.
That you fucking know of. I've seen it happen before.
Count it.
We differentiate on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah, that's more than
6
enough already.
games. 3. So if it goes 3-3, it's an even number. So we need a tiebreaker.
It won't go 3-3. I'm pretty accurate with these things. I'll at least be 5 for 6.
Just give me a tiebreaker for fucking sanity's sake.
All right.
I got the Browns winning. I think final score. It's going to be low scoring. It's going to be like Colts Steelers last year. 21-13. 21-13.
21-13.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like 28-20 or something like that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if that's even feasible. Is that? Yeah, I know 28 is obviously.
Yeah, and then 20 is just 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals.
14 plus a touchdown with no field goal or 2 field goals.
Yeah, basically. Or it's 3 touchdowns, 1 missed extra point.
I'd say 28-23.
23?
Yeah, I would say something closer to that.
All right, guys, those were our final picks. I don't know why I just did a fucking Nazi
$10
salute.
spot. There's a $10 spot.
10 motherfucking dollars.
You want to put a side bet? I'd take the first week.
I'm not taking side bets. Because I went a little ham with some of my upset picks. I did take the Jags over the fucking Chiefs. And the Commies over the fucking Broncos. So,
I'm just saying.
I'm
I
not
feel like the
taking side
Broncos are
bets.
going to do good.
Greg Dulcich is dead. Jerry Jeudy might still be out.
Like you said, that Troutman kid.
Commies. We fucking in the Commies bed tonight.
Fucking guy. All right, guys.
Again,
Adios.
week 2, adios, in the books. thanks for showing up. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know where we can improve. Let us know what the fuck you guys like. Throw your hot picks in there as well. Again, thanks for coming along for the ride. See you next week.